Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the FM20 beta with Zebu Nation. Now we've come to the end of our first season in MLS with Nashville SC. Well, not quite the end of the season. We do have one game remaining, and that game is the MLS Cup. As you can see here in our inaugural season, Nashville SC versus LA Galaxy. Number 1 in the Supporter Shield versus number 2 in the Supporter Shield. That's right, we didn't quite win the Supporter Shield. If you remember our last episode, it was, we were making a good push for it, and we did make a good run at the end. It's just LA Galaxy made a slightly better run. They had 3 more draws and 3 less losses than we did, and that ended in 3 more points total in the Supporter Shield. Both of us plus 31 goal differential. So both of us sort of steamrolled the league in that department. The next closest goal differential was 21 from Portland. So, excellent season for both teams. You can take a look at our schedule. You can see the fourth quarter of the season went pretty good. Only 1 loss to Toronto FC, 1-0. And then we sort of got our revenge against them in the Eastern Conference Finals. You can see here, we went 1-0 extra time against Atlanta United. And then 0-0 we win on penalties against Toronto FC. And this was an interesting game. We had a lot of guys injured and hanging on there. Most importantly was Ward. He had a minor injury before the game, and we had to give him a painkiller shot. Like the first time I've ever done it successfully. I've tried it one time, and the player was like, "Are you crazy? I'm not taking a shot. I'm not playing." But this was a fairly minor injury. This was like, tweaked knee or something like that. He was only going to be out for like 2 or 3 days, but he got injured like right before the game. So we gave him a shot. He got through the game, and then he was only injured for like another day after that. So no harm, no foul. He's still a little bit of injured, but he's going to be returning to fitness before the championship game, so that's good. But he was key. He was magnificent in that game. He kept us in it 0-0 all the way through regulation. And then in penalties, he stopped 2 shots in penalties. So he was the MVP for that game. At least he was my MVP. I think, Sanchez was the actual MVP. He also played a tremendous defensive game. Our left back, one of our draft picks, I think he was like 2nd or 3rd round draft pick. Let's take a look at this guy. Take a look at his... Let's see, what is it? Milestones and then biography. If you want to know where you drafted a guy, this is where you look. He was 1st round, 25th overall. So, 2nd to last pick in the 1st round. And, he gets MVP of the Eastern Conference. He had, offensively, he didn't do a heck of a lot. He had 1 chance and 1 key pass. But defensively, he was a tackling machine out there. He had great number of tackles, and he played a whale of a game defensively. I would have given the MVP to Ward, like I said, but you know what? Sanchez also played a heck of a game. And so we beat Toronto FC on penalties. No reason to show you that because, not a lot happened other than the penalty shootout. Same with the Eastern Conference. We just sort of got 1 lucky goal against Atlanta United 100 minutes in, so we went to extra time, and Dom Dwyer, he had earlier in the game, he had a goal called back offside, but, eventually he got one. I think that was his 20th goal on the season. We can check out some of the stats and attributes here. No, not attributes. We can check out the stats. Player stats. Zlatan ended up number 1 in the league, 30 goals for the Lion. I guess that's his nickname. Anyway, we'll see if he sticks in the league or if he goes somewhere else like in real life. But look at that. 2nd and 3rd place goes to our two Our two strikers, Dwyer and Akam, with 19 goals for Dwyer, 18 for Akam. Dwyer got his 20th on the season, so he must have scored one in US Cup. But anyway, Joseph Martinez for Atlanta was also up there. Diego Rossi for LAFC with 14, so a lot of goals scored this season. Assists, LA, Christian Pavon sent a lot of balls into Zlatan. Likewise, Hani Mukhtar sent a lot of assists in, 9 assists. For our left wing / attacking center mid, when we switch formations, he moves over to attacking center mid, which is, he's probably his better position. Goalkeepers, there's John Ward. He's 6th in the league. He's up for Rookie of the Year. He's also up for Goalkeeper of the Year. 34 appearances, 32 goals, 2 playoff shutouts. So that's pretty impressive right there for the rookie. Horvath, Colorado, number 1 with only 19 goals allowed, but only 21 appearances for him, so he didn't start the whole season. Blake Gonzalez Esteban for LAFC. So a lot of good goalkeepers this year. Most shutouts, John Ward, Blake Esteban, Jesse Gonzalez. Possible U.S. national goalkeeper in the future. Not yet, though. 0 caps for Gonzalez. We'll see. Yeah, anybody else? There's Evan Bush for LA Galaxy, so they also had a pretty decent defense. Most tackles. Nobody on the list for us. Nobody on the list for LA, so we're both, I think, a little bit more offensively minded teams. Carlos Vela, most dribbles. Who cares? Most key passes. Pereira for Orlando City. Again, nobody on there for us, but Pavone and Neves for LA Galaxy. Then best at hitting the target. Akam dropped significantly, but still 58% is pretty good. So he's still good at hitting the target. He's just not great at getting it past the target, but he gets a lot of attempts. So 28 attempts, according to this, 18 goals. That's a little better than 5-1, like I like to joke about Akam. But anyway, pretty good. You can look at team stats and see where we finished. 2nd in goals, LA 1st in goal. Headers, nobody's there. Who cares? Average possession, 4th. LA, not necessarily oh, wait, there they are. LA Galaxy. I was going to say they're not on the list, but no, they're just 1 percentage point behind us. So both of us decent at possession. Cincinnati and San Jose up at the top of the league. Tackles, San Jose, there's Nashville, 3rd. So we team tackle, I guess. We don't have a single player who gets a lot of tackles, but as a team, we also got a lot of yellow cards this season. So that might have had something to do with it. A lot of our players got red cards. We had to shuffle around, especially defensively this year. We had many players get red cards after having too many yellows. Not like 2 reds in a game, but like, 3 yellows over 4 games or whatever that calculation is. We would get suspended after the match. Anyway, we tackled pretty effectively despite all the fouls. Least conceded, 4th in the league. That's pretty good. LA Galaxy 8th. So we're slightly better defensively than LA. They're slightly better offensively. Most shutouts, Nashville number 1, LA number 8. So again, we're a little better defensively. Most fouls, that's interesting. LA up top, 502 fouls. That's surprising. I thought we would have been on the list with all the yellow cards that we got, but we're not even in the top 8. Most passes completed were also not this. We did a lot of hoofball, so we didn't complete a ton of passes. But we were pretty good percentage-wise, so that's interesting. Not sure what that means, right? We had 4th in the league in possession, but not a lot of completed passes. So did we run with the ball a lot? I don't know. Crosses, we also didn't cross the ball a lot. We just sort of sent the ball up the field quite a bit. LA 5th, so we got to watch those crosses because, of course, Zlatan is a big, huge striker, so they can send the ball crosses to him pretty easily. Best at hitting the target, Nashville second, New York first, LA not on the list. So pretty good year all around. I think we really dominated a lot of bad teams, I feel like, in MLS, and that sort of brings me to a point I wanted to make about the competition. Well, before we get to that, I think we'll start the match, and I'll talk about it, I think, during the match, because we might have some lulls in this game. I'm not sure. But anyway, we don't want to spend too much time on this. LA Galaxy is the favorite, even money. They're in excellent form, 5 wins in their last 5. We've got 3 wins, 2 draws in our last 5. 4-4-2, of course, is our formation. We got a lot of guys out right now. Romney, Stuver, Zimmerman, and Doyle is doubtful with a broken jaw. He's been out for a couple of months with that. Well, maybe not months. At least 1 month, a few weeks. So he might be back. It's questionable. The big one was Walker Zimmerman was suspended after he got another yellow card in the Eastern Conference Finals. So that goes back to my my thought on our fouls. I thought we fouled more than we did, but I guess whenever we did foul, we got a yellow card. It seemed like it. Anyway, this is the team we're going with, I suppose. Yeah, Romney, we were unable to take him off the disabled list before rosters were closed down. So he is basically our 3rd best defender, a guy we can plug in anywhere along the line. But I made a mistake when I put him on the disabled list with less than 6 games to go before the roster cutoff. So that was my mistake, rookie mistake right there. So we're going to have to go with somebody else in defense. And that someone will be O'Neal, who's he's a little bit unfit. 71% match sharpness. But, you know, he's a decent defender. He's a 2.5-star guy. He's just sort of he's another guy that we can put a lot of different places. And, you know, he's decent. He's good enough. Yeah, so that's the only real change, I think. Let's see, who else can we bring up there? Carlton's a little bit unfit. Doyle is still injured and unfit, so we're a little banged up going into this game. David Akam just came back from an injury. You saw Ward just came back from an injury. We didn't have a lot of injury problems this year, even though we've had a small roster, so I guess that's good. But now they're all starting to pile up in the most important game of the year, and here we go. LA going with that 4-2-3-1. Zlatan up top, 31 goals, 3 assists, top goal scorer, highest average rated player. He has played very well. There's Pavone on the right, 15 assists, 13 goals, so he's no slouch himself in terms of scoring goals. Hernandez in the middle, 6 goals, 4 assists. Only 17 starts this year. Molino on the left, 15 goals for him. So we know LA can score. It's not all Zlatan. You got 3 guys in double-digit goals. Neves in the midfield with 5 assists. Corona. So their attack has done all the work. The rest of these guys maybe not so much. Polenta, 1 assist. Felcher, 3 assists. Yeah, so pretty much 1 goal. 5 assists for Carlos Rodriguez, so he must have booted a few forward. But yeah, their attack is really what we got to focus on. Meanwhile, we're going with Ward in goal, Sanchez and Duncan at the fullbacks, Harwood, Bellis, and O'Neal. You saw that maneuver there in defense. Mukhtar on the left, our leading assist man with 9. Rolls, Godoy, taking the captain's armband, 8 assists for him. Reese on the right, the youngster, he's been getting some playing time. Look at that, 13 starts this year, 2 goals, 3 assists, great rating, 7.22. But we've had some injuries, had to put him in there, and he's responded. Dwyer, 20 goals, as you saw, 8 assists, and David Akam, in all competitions, he's leading our team in goals with 22 goals in 31 appearances. I'd say that's pretty good. All right. No Zlatan, but it's pretty good. Pep talk. Let's be passionate. I fully expect you to keep our match. Oh, no. O'Neal is confused about that. Let's see. What should we say to O'Neal? I have faith in you. There we go. There we go. One thing that I think we have to do is our opposition instructions. I haven't done this a lot this year. Haven't necessarily needed to. But against this lineup, these guys with all these goals, all these assists, I think we really need to mark these guys specifically. Because I know I'm just going to get yelled at from the assistant coach. You know, he's just going to be saying, we got to mark this guy and that guy and this guy. So we're going to do it preemptively, mark and or press these guys. All right. Zlatan comes into this match in great form. How do you plan to stop him? We're definitely going to pay close attention to him. Darnell King is out. I selected him had I wanted, but it's important. No. Darnell King has not played all season long. I'd rather talk about the 11 players on the pitch. Get out. Darnell King. See you later. Been supplanted. All right. I guess. Do we need extended highlights for this one? Sure. We'll go extended highlights. First highlights, free kick for Pavone. Gonna send it in. Okay, headed out. They're gonna get a corner. A lot of LA fans. We are in LA. There's Pavone sending it in. And Rodriguez scores. This is not good. Giving up an early special teams goal. That was just lack of effort defensively. We didn't even challenge him in the air. He just goes up over two guys. Harwood Bellis was not able to get a head on it. Oh, here we go. 9 minutes in. LA with another highlight, perhaps. Header goes awry. Duncan wins it. Reset midfield. Sends it forward. Oh, LA intercepts, and they start the counterattack. Zlatan, going to be a playmaker this time. Chips it out wide to Polenta. He's covered tightly there. Drops it back. LA going to switch fields. Oh, big interceptions by Mukhtar. Dwyer on the run around the defense. He's got a calm with him. He's going to take it himself. Can't beat Bush. But we do win a corner out of that. I really wish his name was different. Anyway, Mukhtar sends in the corner. Rodriguez sends it out. All right. We're going to reset the offense? Yeah. So I was talking about the league earlier. Oh, they're not going to give me a chance to ramble, are they? Sanchez with a throw-in on the far side. I mean, I guess I could talk over this. This is just build-up, right? No build-up. No build-up. We're sending it forward. That's what we do. But LA does intercept. Pavone has it. So, I've noticed this problem with MLS pretty much for the last 4 or 5 years. Here's LA on the run. They send it out. Okay, that was fine. And that problem is that the second season is always the easiest season. Mukhtar sends it in. Neves is going to give us a corner. No, I think we were offside. There's something wrong with the second season in MLS. Like if you start with a base database and you play one season and then you go to your next season, whatever that is always the easiest season. And I don't know if it's because of the roster problems that I've pointed out or what. It probably is. It's probably the roster issues that I've pointed out where teams just, they can't deal with the leftover contracts or whatever the problem is. And you're playing against incredibly weak teams with only like 15, 16 players on the whole roster. There's a big steal at midfield. Nope, Flesher recovers for LA. And so I've seen it happen not just in my own saves, but if you watch people who play, like who try out MLS. I saw this maybe 4 or 5 times. Oh, here's a comma on the run. He's behind the defense. He misses. Oh, he had beaten the goalkeeper there. He just couldn't get the shot on target. I saw so many guys They go to MLS, they play their first season, and they're like, okay, this is interesting or weird. There's Mukhtar. Oh, free kick off the crossbar. He put in a couple of those this season. He's been pretty good on the free kicks. Could not put that one in. Here's Pavone going to try to do an indirect kick. Gonzalez can't get that one on frame. That was close. 27 minutes. Ward's going to try a highlight here. Rolls. Oh, there's a great pass to Godoy. Wide open. He's got plenty of room. Cross midfield. Bad back pass to Rolls. Intercepted. Zlatan gets it forward to Pavone. Down the middle. Molina out wide to Felcher. Felcher, he's covered there. Has to back pass to Neves. Neves to Pavone with the shot. Goes wide. Well wide. No problem there. So yeah, I saw several guys who played in MLS. Their first season, they were like, fine, weird, whatever. And then they win in their second season, and they go, MLS, I'm done. I won the league. Time to move on. You know, I can't tell you how many people did that last year, like a Curdy. Saw. Who else played in MLS last year? Anyway, lots of players. So I don't know if FM, if they're aware of it, if I'm the only one who's noticed it, but it's got to get out there that they've got to fix the second season in MLS, that it just, you know, the roster building is not there. All right, so that's the only rant I got. I guess we can get back to the game. Just about end of half, LA up 1. We can't let them get a second. Molino charging forward. Big stop from Ward. Okay, it's fine. Pick it up. No problem. There we go. Halftime. Okay, so we kept it 1-0. That's fine. The last couple of games, what I've been doing is I've been starting out in the 4-4-2, and it hasn't honestly been that effective. You've seen how many goals we've scored in the postseason, which is pretty much exactly 0. We've been doing it all defensively. You know, the only goals we've scored are in extra time and in penalties. So we can't have that. LA's up a goal. So what I have been doing is switching tactics at near or around halftime. But I don't think I'll do it this time. I think we'll stick with the 4-4-2 for a little farther. Maybe we'll go to the 60-minute point. We'll give them something, let's see. Let's lower the tempo. Let's go a little shorter passing and see what we can do. Maybe they won't. What I've noticed is that when you put it at higher tempo, they have a tendency to bomb the ball. So we could do it either way. We could either bomb it more or less. Let's try bombing it more. Yeah. Let's try more rather than less. Last couple of games I've been going less and say let's control it more. And that's helped us defensively, but we don't need defensively right now. We need offensively. So let's get to the dressing room, pep talk. Assertive. Expect to see much better in the second half. Let's go. Start that second half. So they only got a goal off special teams, which isn't bad, but it's that kind of luck that can win games. Oh, there's a big foul. Get out of here, Gonzalez. No card for that? Okay, he was very apologetic. I guess we'll let him get away with that one. Bush has a yellow card. That's interesting. Polenta. Meanwhile, for us, Duncan has a yellow card. We should encourage our players to try what? Do what now? Do what now? Play a short passing play. Okay, so they didn't like that at all. Close down on Pavone. That's fine. Okay, so look at that. We've just racing time. 69 minutes already. So we are going to change things up. We can't have this at all. So we're going to go. Let's see. We've been going with the positivity here. Put Mukhtar there. Dom Dwyer over there. Put him on attack. We could even put him wide target man attack. That's fine. David Akam. Yeah, advance forward. Ken Sanchez, that's fine, that's fine, that's fine. Mentality, we will go attacking mentality. All right, let's confirm those changes and get going. Here we go. Oh, no, it's LA with a corner on the far side. Pavone. Send it in. Zlatan is there. Oh, a horrific own goal by O'Neal. The substitute we brought in at right defender. That makes everything worse. That's horrible. It was a good kick save by the fullback there, and then O'Neal doinks it off Godoy. And they're going to charge Godoy with that own goal. Insult to injury, my friend. What a way. What a way to go down. Here we go. LA, 81 minutes. Gonzalez to Traore, who's now in the game. Taking it out wide. Molino. Okay. Ouch. Caldwell. Scott Caldwell coming up from the midfield. Second goal of the season. And LA salts away the MLS Cup. Supporters Shield winners. MLS Cup winners. Did they win the U.S. Cup? I don't think so. I think somebody else won the U.S. Cup. But still, the double is pretty good. And so is LA Galaxy. Ouch. Ouch. Not exactly the game I was hoping to show you. We got to live with it. I mean, 10 shots apiece. They just scored theirs, and we haven't. There's Mukhtar sends it in. Nope. LA on the counterattack. They got 4 guys rushing forward. Zlatan gets it out to Toy on the near sideline. He's sort of lost momentum of this attack, but he finds Pavone. Great stop from Ward. Sanchez just has to get rid of it. Stop the bleeding here at 88 minutes. Not a lot of time for a comeback here, fellas. Pavone sends it in. Zlatan recovers it. Molino. LA can just waste time. They send it out wide. Pavone not offsides. Toy. Nope. There's a big steal. Godoy. Godoy starts the counterattack. Big tackle in the midfield from LA. Duncan, though, recovers, and that's it. That is it. Here we go. Final highlight. Mukhtar with a corner kick on the far side. He sends it in. Headed out by Zlatan. That should do it. 3 minutes just about up, and there's the final whistle. LA with a dominant season. 3-0 in the MLS Cup and a Supporters Shield victory to boot. Now, we do get the Eastern Conference Championship, so we would go to Champions League. That's fun. But we probably won't have time for that. I can't fault you for your effort. Oh, they didn't like that at all. Because the regular game is coming out. Nashville receives $140K. Good job. Good job. Yeah, the regular game is going to be coming out this week. Tomorrow, perhaps on Tuesday. You should be seeing this on Monday if all goes well. And we'll start something new. I'm still thinking Chelsea, at least for a short while. And then, after that, who knows? So that's going to do it for the FM20 beta with Nashville. We might return to Nashville at some point in the future. I got some, good feelings about Nashville. But, yeah, for now, that's going to do it. So until next time, we'll see you later. Bye-bye.